Welcome to Women Rise Up, where we forefront women in leadership and civic participation. In September 2015, the UN Assembly adopted the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Now, the agenda is inclusive of 17 sustainable development goals, and goal number 5 is related to women, giving women full and effective participation in leadership and in their community. Now, to start off our discussion, let us watch a short film, Athletic Star, and we'll be back.
Muwala, okoze bulungi nno ogezezzaako. Obulamu okutendekebwa kunyuma nnyo. Awo ojja kubeera kalasu. Akoze erinnya lyo gwani?
Yenze Najjuuko Ssebo.
Najjuuko. Nsanyuse okusinkana Najjuuko.
Muganda wange, kanakawola wakalaba zino ssaawa naye katwega katweyungeko.
Kikulu bw'ogeregereza nnyo naawe.
Bameka nga bano abavudde okutendekebwa mu just week emu ne babulawo.
Wamma tobawuliriza. Ndabyo olina obusobozi.
Neyanziza bwe mbalabye ne mbegattako. Ndwawo okulaba abawala mu kino ekyalo nga beetaba mu gemizannyo.
Taswala eri ekifo kyo okuggyako okufumbirwa n'okulabirira amaka kikya kimumanyi.
Yadda nnyo. Abakazi bagasa kyamaanyi ku byenzirusi mu lino eggwanga. Labadde okasinzikulu.
Bo bakoze naye era nzikulu ali omu ku batono ennyo. Tovola Nantalo olina okukola ennyo by the way. Olina okukola ennyo okulaba nga bano abaana abato bajjayo.
Muganda wange. Naye kino bino ebyemizannyo bikontana nnyo n'emirimu egyewaka mu bakyala. Sikwogera ku kabubi naye nze nganziga bwe ngamba ono mwana muwala omuto bw'ati mpaza okuta Najjuuko kalina okubeera okufumbirwa si kubeera ano mbukali mu kudduka mukagende mu Park Olympics.
Ate nze nina essuubi nti agenda kukuswaza kuba mulabye nti asobola. Wamma gira kwata enku ositwale kawo nga tebana bakukuba.
Ekisekyegala ekijja kuyamba abantu omutamanyi mukijawa.
Nga mwe mwanzikiriza ndegatteko. Ke kaseera nange nkwate ku baana abalala.
Nze kansuubire nti yeeteekedde okusoomozebwa kwayolekedde.
Kati ki ekinamulema?
Mbakakasa ono omwana tagenda kujja enkya katulinde nga temunamutwala mu Park Olympics. Tagenda kulabikako.
Omanyi bwe nali sinnabakuzaala kitaawo yali ayagala nnyo omwana omulenzi.
Ndowooza kyamwewuza nnyo bwe yakizuula alina akambejjangazi.
Akaana kano n'obukujjukujju nakalinga kitaawe waako bwatyo bwe yali.
Singa abadde wano yandibadde musanyufu kulaga amawulire.
Mawulire ki? Oli bulungi.
Iye maama nanti bampise okwegatta kwabo abayigiriza ku kisaawe.
Oh. Badde ndowooza mbu olina amawulire gompa agasinga ku ago. Gamba nti oba ofunye sikaala ku ssomero naye ebyokudduka kati ebyo bigenda kuyambira wa?
Maama bandabyemu ekitone ate beeteefuteefu okunjigiriza paka nga ntuuse ku national level.
Najjuuka mwana wange. Ku kyalo kuno olanyiika abawala bameka? Abeeta bamweja emisinde gye mu bunabyalo.
Madamu Nantale.
Olira, Madamu Nantale oyo seewuunya. Agenda awunyera wano muzannyo ku muzannyo, muzannyo ku muzannyo, netball nga yeewuuyo, basketball nga ukwali. Nkugambe ki? Naye gyonna agizannya agikoze. Afunyeemu ki? Tewali.
Naye nze nkikkiriza ayinza okunyamba nemba ow'amaanyi mu biseera eby'omu maaso. Maama abalenzi bafunye basary sponsorship. Nange wakiri kangezeko omukisa gwange.
Akalimu kange akaakasooli ako kakuweeredde paka wano wootuuse. Era nakati kajja kusobola okukuweerera.
Buno omwaka gonda sigenze ku ssomero. Ngumaze wano nga sigenze ku ssomero. Kati kasooli anyambe bati.
Saagala mwana wange kugenda ng'azunga. Era tewali mwana agenda kuzunga nga zino enkoko entemeko emitwe. Mbu kubanga ayenjeera gwa bitone ebitaliimu. Nedda. Sawa nakuddamu kuwulira mboozi zikwatagana na byamizannyo mu maka gano. Ntegerekese bulungi.
Iye maama.
Nemwe kawala kamu kano okalabako. Ziwesameka.
Wena olina ekinugu kyoba wabaaki?
Yanyumirwa.
Mwagambye ku makya ndukagenda kujja.
Twale eri gwe mulimu tomulinako ennugu.
Muganda wange kati ndowooza gyatandika kumpuliriza. Gyatandika kumpuliriza.
Gwe beera ku ekyo kikube muno oluyimba.
Najjuuko.
Neyanziza ate nkusuubiza ozikuma bulungi.
Kakakase nti onoowangula omudaali gwa zaabu ojasobola zipasinga ono ziwa omwana omulala.
Era kyekyo.
Kale supasita wange ja tulina ebyokukola.
Welcome back from our short film there, Athletic Star, and I hope you enjoyed it. Now, the honest and young findings showed that 94% of different women who hold executive positions have once been in the sports sector. They have involved themselves in sports. So we see the importance of sports there, even though the mother of Najoko was trying to tell Najoko not to join sports. Now here with me, I'm not alone. I have Mr. Francis Ogweng, who is the Child and Family Protections Officer and a he and she champion. You're welcome here.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you. Having seen the film that we saw, what is the role that parents are playing in enabling their children to take up leadership positions in different sectors?
Thank you, Linda, and our viewers. Linda said my name clearly. I am an Assistant Superintendent of Police, Francis Ogweng. I am a Child and Family Protection Officer, but also a he for she champion, both for UN Women and the Uganda Police. Parents are doing quite a lot, some knowingly, some unknowingly. Some are doing positive things, some are doing negative things about the progress of their children, either in sports or in anything in life. The film I watched, the parent, first of all, to me, didn't know much about the result of sports to her daughter later on. Maybe because of lack of role models around her, because of lack of people who have been there before, so many of them, that she could point a finger to and say, you know, if you do this, you'll be like the other lady, like the other lady. I think to me, the parent lacked a lot of awareness about what sports can do to a child, especially to a girl child. So you see, instead of encouraging her daughter to participate in sports, to join the rest of the children in sports, she wanted the girl to help her in maize business, in selling maize. To her, that would make this girl a good woman in the future, a woman who will earn some little money from selling maybe maize, selling other things, a woman who will be good to her family by doing small things in her marriage.
Okay. In your experience in activism, gender activism, what stereotypes have you found in the communities, in the rural communities, and how is it different from urban as well?
In some churches, women sit this side, men sit this side. In the church, the leaders are supposed to be men, not women, in some religion. So it looks like men do certain roles in around their religion, while women do certain roles around their religion. But also when you look at these roles, for men are kind of leadership roles. For women are kind of following, cleaning, care, supporting the men. Even when you come in a home, the gender roles that people do, it doesn't mean that we are born to do that work, no. It is just constructed that I am supposed to do that. For example, in the communities, people know carrying water pot is for a woman. I did that work in Kampala here to demonstrate that even men can carry water pot from the well at home. Bathing children, sweeping the house, and so many other things. The work which is done around home, caring for the sick. Because this work of caring for the sick is taken to be the work of women. These are just stereotypes, these are just myths, which is not true. Whatever women are doing, men can do. Whatever men are doing, women can do. Even in Parliament, I have heard, you also have heard, they say if a woman is appointed, they say maybe she has given something or she was a friend to someone. They don't think a woman can also just achieve as a man can achieve. They will think, even in police, when a woman has gone in ranks, they'll say maybe she was a friend to the commander, something like that. Just thinking that on their own, they cannot achieve, which is really, really, really bad and really demotivating and demoralizing.
So as we take a break, we'd still have to hear your comments and your queries on what you have to talk about the issue on our different social media platforms, on Facebook and on our Twitter handle, Women Rise Up, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. And we're still here with Mr. Francis Ogweng, who is the Child and Family Protection Officer at Uganda Police. Now, Mr. Francis, as a gender activist, what role do you believe men have to play here in Uganda to support women in leadership and those young women who want to join leadership positions?
I'll give my own example first. I am also a man who has not grown up being good. I have also been bad at some point. And I was really this African man, you know, very tough. You should not smile. You smile for what? You know, African men are not supposed to smile. Actually, at home, no smiling. You can smile at the office or with friends, but at home you have to be, you know, brutal, what? But I paid the price for this, because now people could run away from me. I was myself not looking as good as I am today. You know, no laughing, you can imagine. I was struggling with everything on my own, because I thought it was only me to earn a living. Everyone else should sit at home and wait for me. And it was an order. So I really paid a price for this. But when I liberated myself, I really find joy in my home. I find peace in myself. I find everything moving. I have supported my wife. She's now also working, even earning a little more money than I am doing. Then government can also do a lot. I have tried to advise the police, for example, to do a deliberate effort to promote women. There is this argument that we need quality. But where do you get the quality before getting the number? You first need to maybe employ, if you say 1,000, just go and employ 1,000, train them, skill them, then from the 1,000 you'll get the quality that you will promote. So that is what we should do. Government, if it is employment, maybe for teachers, for nurses, they just say 50% male, 50% female. They skill them, they train them while on job, then later on they will get now the quality from that, then they'll promote.
And in your work right now, currently, what programs are there that are bringing men together, engaging men in that issue of allowing and accepting women empowerment and equality in different positions?
Yeah, I really want to be proud here, because I have contributed what I can contribute to Uganda Police. Number one, in 2015, we introduced the He for She campaign. The He for She campaign is a campaign, actually it's a brainchild of UN Women, a campaign that brings women and men to work together for gender equality. But this campaign is supposed to be led by the men. It is the men to be talking about gender equality, the men to be promoting gender equality. So police took up that campaign. We did the things that were thought to be for women. Like I said before, walking a mile in her shoes. We put on female shoes. We walk in the streets of Kampala. We carried pots, babies on our backs. We walked in the streets of Kampala. And that started changing the narrative in the Uganda Police. People started asking. First of all, they were resisting so much. Are these really men? Can really men behave like this? Even at home, by the way, somehow my family was like, no, you can't do that, Dad, you can't do that. That is work for women. This is the same thing that also happened at police. That no, but along the way, so many officers started joining, like even senior officers like Afande Kasinje, Hassan Kasinje, AIGP Ochom, and others started coming. Remember when a woman was giving birth somewhere along Ginger Road, when Afande Kasinje found them, carried this woman to the hospital, waited for this woman, then brought them back home. That is the He for She campaign. Instead of saying, where is the nurse, where is the ambulance? But he did it in his police car and did that. Another campaign that also we did at police is the one called the gender responsive policing, where you do policing with a gender lens. You're going to do patrol. You don't only send male officers, because along the way they may get a woman being raped. So you need a female officer to handle that. Okay. So any deployment you are going to do, there must be female, there must be male officers. Any response you're going to make, there must be female and male officers. We even now have a department called the Women Affairs Department, the department that looks at the relationship between male officers and female officers, but how the police relates to the public. That department is there. We have another one called Child and Family Protection Department, which department looks at how should police work with communities and they live well among themselves as families, in the community without violence, but also relating to the police. making it free and easy for people who are being violated to report to police, to come to police. Okay. And there's another one also launched by UN Women called Men at Work for Gender Equality, which we launched recently in Karamoja. Also, police is at the forefront to make sure that as we do policing, we know that we have female sisters around us, but also we're also going to work with other public female friends. So how do we then relate with them? Then the last one is the one we call the Positive Masculinity Campaign. You are aware that the police has a very negative image up to about 2 or 3 years ago. You remember incidents where police were squeezing breast of opposition candidates and so many others, so that made the police have a very, very negative image. But now this particular campaign, the Positive Masculinity, is trying to improve on the image, make the police do the right thing. A female victim must come to police and find help and find peace and find joy, but not being rebuked, not being backed, and not being chased away. So that campaign, we are doing it, and I think now if you went to a police station, you will be received, not like few years ago. At least now is not very bad.
Strengthening strategic leadership for women in Uganda is very important, and women cannot do it alone. We need men to stand with us. We thank you so much, Mr. Francis Ogweng, for being here with us, and we'll catch you next time.